My name is Luis Morales. As a psychologist, I consider it appropriate to refer to the intrapsychic processes that arise in each of us at this time of COVID-19 pandemic. I begin emphasizing that we must conceive this social isolation not as much as a loss of well-being, but rather as a way of survival, in which to be outside represents the possibility of losing life and be inside at home the possibility of preserving it. I must confess that this kind of thought generates a certain calmness in me. Clearly, I feel that the restlessness is less without realizing it, which is a clear example of the mind operating actively. I'm connecting these words. Inside life, outside death. I even visualize it, and now I find myself recreating, playing it in other languages. Adentro, vida. Afuera, muerte. Dedans, vie. Dehors, mort. And I feel that doing it, I feel better and somehow relieves me. Perhaps this way of conceiving the situation was the strength of Anne Frank, the girl who spent hiding from the Nazis for more than 2.5 years. Of course, the circumstances in which she lived were much more extreme compared to ours. However, I consider that this paragon is valid given that this reasoning in both cases allows us to preserve life and keep us healthy, which is the ultimate goal of this quarantine. On the other hand, an anecdote that happened to me during the first days of this quarantine, perhaps interesting to share. It is about the calls of some former students of the university where I worked that I received in mid-March, the first days of this quarantine. One of them, at the time he said goodbye, said to me, "Bye, professor, take care, and don't grow old so fast," and immediately hung up. I don't know for how long those words, which sounded almost like a request not to grow old so soon, resonated with me. Now, more than 2 months after this quarantine, I feel the need to share these reflections with you. Drinking water and lemon water, no soda or processed drinks. More than 2 months eating fruits, vegetables, little or no frying and not fatty food. Exercising at home every day, regardless of all the things I will still age. The time is inexorable. I'm already saying goodbye to the forest. However, it is possible to do something substantial in life. Of course, all of this is possible when there is a meaning to life. If we do not have clear, we must look for inside of us. By finding it, we will find a powerful reason to fight. Mine is my family, the people in need, the suffering people, the needy persons, to have a voice in society. The sense of life that Viktor Frankl grasped in his work, Man's Search for Meaning. Viktor Frankl, who was an Austrian neurologist and psychiatrist, like Anne Frank, in extreme circumstances, had her maximum contribution. Let us not forget that he, like Anne Frank, was a victim of the Holocaust, and his life was spent in the concentration camps. I'm sure that these reflections are not only valid in this context of this pandemic, but rather their scope goes much farther. Let us not forget that if we have a reason, if we have a purpose to live for, we can bear almost any situation. I'm convinced that even in the most difficult circumstances, it is possible to make substantive changes or make great contributions. Let us see what can we do. Let's see how we can contribute to personal well-being and above all to the well-being of others. See you soon. I will be back.